Welcome. What is going on? We're here for free live tarot readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings. So that's me. What's going on? Latoya, welcome. Mina, welcome back. Courtney and actress singer. How is everybody doing tonight? It is Friday night. It is time to party. We got the weekend ahead of us. Absolute Tarot. What is going on? Friday the 13th indeed. Hopefully nobody got attacked by Jason or what was his mom's name? You know, his mom was the killer in the first one. You remember in Scream, they got that answer wrong. What was it? It wasn't Helen. I don't remember what her name was. Anyway, Austin, welcome. What is going on? So now it's bothering me. It was something Voorhees. I forgot what her name was. But anyway, yeah, Friday the 13th. Maybe it's a good night to watch the Friday the 13th movies. Ms. M, welcome. How are you doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Check out what I got in the mail. I got pictures of the upcoming Modern Love Tarot by Ethany. Look at the size of the book. That's bananas. Look at that. That's insane. That's just nuts. Anyway, you get the book, which is massive. And apparently it doesn't even fit in the box. So the box kind of protrudes out. So this is the Modern Love Tarot. It's supposed to ship in a week and a half. And I got to say, I'm pretty excited about this. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be a great tarot to get. It's going to be a nice rounding out of the year to get something that nice. Philippe, welcome. How are you doing? Sunflower, what is up? Diane and Courtney, welcome. Courtney, you indeed have been missing a while. We were worried about you. I'm glad you're okay. What is going on, Courtney? Thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate everybody being here. What questions do people have? What questions do you got? Let's check that out. Let's do some questions and answers and do some readings because, you know, that's why we're here. All right. I've not been here so long. Indeed. Friday the 13th. What questions does everybody have? In the meantime, I will grab some water and get a drink there. CM, today sucks. I got a call from my boss telling me phase 0, an hour being completely, oh, Jesus. Wow. Can you not work from home? Latoya, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Listen to Latoya going for the rest of the month. We're about halfway through. Here we go. Let's see. Rest of November. How is that going to be? Hopefully that is going to be all right. It is going to be all right. Let's see. Where is the tower cam? It's over here. The tower cam needs some adjustment. Needs a little bit of a height adjustment as well. Look at that. Now we are rocking. Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. See, I'm a janitor. It would be impossible. That sucks. Ms. M, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. You're talking about the cap. I got that Capricorn. So you and him were on the rocks a little bit. And see if that's going to work out this coming up there this weekend. All right, let's see what the rest of November. I mean, we're halfway through. I do need to knock out the tarot news tomorrow. I need to knock it out. It's one of those things, you know, I just need to get it done. But bad news. There's not a lot of tarot activity out there right now. I have been lurking, scanning around, and I have not seen any tarot activity that would indicate to me that there's a lot of decks coming out. So maybe a little bit dry on the news. Sarah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. So the rest of the month, we do have the tower. I think we're sort of rounding it out. You're getting in that mode where you're like, I just don't really sort of like where the month is going. I could use a change. We could use a little bit of an alteration. We could use a little bit of a shakeup. That's what I'm talking about. The tower says you're in for that. We got a little bit of the shakeup. Now, one of the things I talk about in my book and as well as with the audio book is the tower is not really that much of relevance. It's what's next. Because, okay, everything fell down, everything collapsed. We're good with that. I can understand. I can appreciate that. What happens next? The moon says we get back to normal. And that's the important part. You don't want a crisis card over here. You don't want death. You don't want the Three of Swords, Ten of Swords. you want sort of this moon that cycles, things coming around, things normalizing a little bit. CM, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. So it does say normalization is ahead of you. So things sort of crumble down. And part of that is I think you're in for a reset of stuff that you don't want. You know what I mean? It's like when you move. Okay, let's talk about moving. It's like when you move to a new place, you end up finding all of this junk that you don't need, you've never used, and you end up just getting rid of it. You know what I mean? And that's sort of the exciting part about moving is you clean up, a little bit of spring cleaning by necessity. And that's sort of where you're getting at. I think that's coming in the year end. It's time to clean up a little bit. We're getting into year end. It's time to get a bunch of that stuff done and fixed up. So I think you're really looking at that sort of a phase. Nine of Pentacles does say you're pretty proud of what the new position that you're in, the new sort of feel that we're sort of moving into. I think December is going to be pretty good for you. Two of Wands says we're in for the next phase. We're ready for that. We're moving towards that. We need to sort of get some activity there. So there you go. That's what I think is coming up for the rest of November. And of course, Latoya, the tarot news tomorrow. You need to see that because that is going to determine, you know what I'm saying, what decks you're going to be excited about for the next 2 weeks as far as November is concerned. All right. The tarot news. I love doing the tarot news. Time flies when I'm doing the tarot news. I mean, I'll tell you that now. Welcome back, Courtney. Indeed. Welcome back. How are you doing? So good to see you. Courtney, did you have a question? I think Sunflower just hosted you. So if you got a question, Courtney, let us know. You know, it's good to have you back. It's good to have everybody back. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see. Need to know what T has it in mind feeling towards me. What things going to be going towards at? Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you as well. Let's see. Welcome back, Courtney. And we're going to see the cap guy this weekend or not. Let us see about the cap this weekend and see what is going to happen with that by using, oh, man, I wish I didn't trim this deck, but, you know, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. This is the Oak, Ash, and Thorn, by the way. This is the one of the good ones for the year. Oh, man. I hope. KD, thank you for your question. I appreciate you. Megan, welcome. How are you doing? Ultraviolet, what is going on? I hope that Modern Love Tarot gets here before the end of the year so I can do a review on it. I think that's going to be in the top 5 maybe of the year based upon what I'm seeing so far. But yeah, pretty good deal on that. All right, we'll see about that. By the way, if you haven't seen that deck, I've got preview images of it. And oh my, it looks good. We're going to include those images on the news because, yeah. Okay. They're going to see them this weekend. Is it going to happen? Judgment. The 5 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, and the World. There is a bit of play involved. There is a bit of back and forth involved when you do see them. I do think that they are. It's almost like a little game. I think they're sort of saying they're going to see you, and then they say they can't see you, and then you have this sort of off and on thing, and I think they're sort of playing a little game with you. I don't see any movement cards that would indicate they're actually coming. I do see good news cards. The World is good news. 10 of Pentacles, fantastic news. These two combined sort of almost like give that feel of, yeah, they are going to make you happy this weekend. So, but you don't see any movement cards. What does that mean, especially around the 5 of Wands? We have a little bit of a gaming involved here where they're going to play with your emotions. It'll be like, you know, I could come. I have other things to do. We have, you know, different things happening. And then they say, okay, well, I'll come see. And they say, well, you know, I may not come see. It's going to be a little back and forth, a little, you know, a game involved with it. And that's what it said with the 5 of Wands is. I don't think they're just going to commit to it and say, oh, yeah, 100% I'm going to be there. I think, again, you're going to have to play a little game in order to get them over. Judgment says that they do want a little fun and adventure, and you know, I think they just want to sort of play around with it. So there you go. It really makes a game he plays down to the last minute. Yeah, that's what you sort of see in there. KD, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Should the trash current writing project and start with a dark mansion? Okay, we will check that out. So yeah, you got a little bit of a head game ahead of you, but I think you got the cap figured out by now. Come on. you have that cap figured out. You know pretty much what they're going to do and all of this other stuff. So you kind of get that feel. All right. Let's go to the next one over here and see what we got with, let's see, we'll be able to find a new job. CM, you're sorry to hear about that, CM. That sucks. Is it, CM, is it COVID? Is it COVID or what's going on, CM? Like, why did they do all that? Is it just, are they scared of COVID? Are they relocking down or like what's happening with all that? All right, let's see about with it'll be better when you have the cat tarot. The Grimalkin tarot always makes a reading better. It makes good news. It frames it into a kitty, frames it into a little cat action there, and I think that hopefully that'll make it a little better. But yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Well, how you paying for everything? You're just gonna milk off savings until you can hunt down another job? All right. Have no other questions because I have a girlfriend. Well, congrats. Well, there you go. There you go. You got a girlfriend. I don't know. What did I say on the last reading? I forgot what I told you about the last reading because you asked a couple of times. So I have no idea. Anyway, all right. Let's see what's going on with the new job. See if we're going to be able to find one. Strength, Five of Wands, and the Devil. I think they had this planned. I think they really sort of had this planned. And can you use the business class tarot? Yeah, we can do the business class tarot. Where is that thing? Oh, where did I even put it? Here we go. We'll do the business class tarot for you. We'll get the Grimalkin and put it up. There is a bit of a delay here. You'll see him for sure. Guaranteed you'll see him, but you gotta, there's that game that you gotta play. COVID numbers are going up in my state. I think they're going up everywhere. There's a lot of discussion about the whole COVID thing. All right, we'll do the business class tarot on this one. Hopefully you find something. I mean, hopefully. Let's see about that. Ilda, what is going on? So good to see you. All right, let's check that out. Data 3, mission statement, money 8, and brand director. Money 8 is pretty good for that. It does say you'll get a new job. Money 8 is a steady work, right? And the 8 of Pentacles, it is the steady work. It is getting the stuff in, getting the stuff done. It's, not having a lot to, not having a lot of drama or a lot of space between that. So, I definitely think you're going to get that. Let's see, Sarah H. Okay, got this weekend, find a new job, the rest of the month. Okay, a little disorganized tonight. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think you're able to get something. Money 8 says you're able to find a new job, a new permanent job. Brand director, it says that almost that people are pretty much interested in you. I think that you have a lot of potential with that. I think that COVID numbers are going in the state, but luckily with your particular skill set and how you, and your job, you don't necessarily need to be around other people. I mean, you can do janitorial, you can do whatever you need. Or any type of thing without other people being around. So it's not like it shouldn't affect you overall if it's somebody that's pretty reasonable and, not a state institution or a school or anything like that. Brand director says that, yeah, it's going to be pretty good. Somebody wants you in there. Money 8 says you're already able to get steady work. Mission statement says you are going to be doing something a little bit different than what you've been doing. So you're going to move into something else. You're going to have a different opportunity. It's going to be a bit different. Mission statement says we're able to move into that. We're able to sort of engage that as well. And data 3 says you do have some extra money coming for the COVID relief. I think that's going to be passed. So obviously that's going to be a couple of months away, but data 3 says you do get some money from the COVID relief plan. So that's going to be a little bit of good news there. Obviously, entertainment purposes only, but I think that you have a little bit of COVID relief coming. Inner expansions, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, so let's do the business class tarot. It has been a hot minute since I've used that one. All right. What do we got going on next? Weekend the Thought. Got the weekend thing. Oh, Courtney, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, Courtney, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. There we go. All right. In the meantime, let's do Boo Boo weekend. Boo Boo wants the weekend with the job. With the job. Let's see what is going on with the whole Thoth situation. Get the Thoth down, use the Thoth. The Thoth is, Thoth is pretty nice. I like it. I like the Thoth Tarot. It's all right. Yeah, Courtney, where you're at in chat, let me know what your question is. Thank you so much. All right, Tina, what is going on? It's been a minute since I have seen you as well. It is everybody coming back today. It is that Friday. Everybody's coming back, getting ready for the end of the year. Want to see all the end of year tarots and see them in action and all of that. Here we go. Courtney, I see you. All right, what is your question? It's there. All right. It's there where? Let me look up there, scroll around, and try to hunt it down. I'm looking, still looking, and I'm still looking, and I'm still looking, and don't see it. Courtney says, hello, everyone. And then, let's see, CM said something. Courtney, I do not see your question. I'm scrolling up all the way since the stream started. If you can, just let me know what it is. All right. In the queues, make sure I haven't been missed. You have not been missed. Sarah, you are next after Sunflower. The application messes up the order a little bit. Okay. All right. Boo Boo wants to know about the weekend and using the Thoth. Boo Boo, it is sort of a good emotional weekend. We do have some emotional things. I think you need to catch up with somebody. You've been missing somebody and you're trying to sort of find out about them, and you have been not exactly talking to them lately. It's something that you like. That's going to be a good thing. But somebody that you sort of need to catch up with. You need to catch up with them, find out what they're doing, and get sort of a hold of what's going on with that. The reason is they're going through some trouble. They could really sort of help. You could really sort of help the situation, sort of talk it out. So somebody's going through trouble, going to talk it out. They're going to be, I think, sort of either pinging you, contacting you this weekend, or sort of preparing for that. Ms. M, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. And it is somebody that you need to help. So I think it's important that you actually talk to the person, you actually sort of figure it out and assist them with whatever, because it is sort of a communication thing. It is somebody that you're emotionally tied to as well. Strength says you're able to provide that, and you are able to get that help to the person. It's going to be pretty good. And it does indeed sort of move you into something of this new thing. So it ends up being a long-term, a good advantage for you. I do think next week you got a couple of different action things coming for you, and that should be fun. But this weekend, it's just going to more be about emotions, synchronizing emotions, getting everything back to where you need it to be, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's going to be all right. It is going to be an all right weekend for you overall. I'm going to compound the misery. Okay. Got the cap misery. All right, Sarah. Sorry about that, Sarah. The application reorders the question sometimes, so you were in there. All right, what does T have in mind? How will things be going between us? Let's check that out. Hopefully not Mr. T. All right, let's see. What does T have in mind, or what is going on in between us? A good one for that, I think, is going to be the Gregory Scott. And I mean, I'm going for the Gregory Scott. We got to do the Gregory Scott tonight. It is one of my new faves. I mean, you figured that out by now and all that stuff. Nelson, what is going on? And see what's going on with that. What do they have in mind towards you? How will things be going on between us? Let's see. Let's do that. What's up with us action and see how that is going to work out. What do we got? What does the Gregory Scott say tonight? What kind of action do we have? The Four of Wands is good. The Three of Swords is not so good. Strength is not so good. It's sort of a rocky time. It is a bit of a rocky thing. As far as what they have in mind, they do sort of have, they're upset about something. They're sort of working through some difficulties, working through some problems. And Courtney, yeah, I got you in the queue. All right. Courtney, you are in the queue, I promise. But what is new? What is going to happen with all of that? Strength sort of says that you're going to have a bit of a rocky time. The Three of Swords sort of indicates that. Now, this is something that they're having problems with. They're having difficulties. They're trying to find something. They're trying to seek something, and they just haven't found it. And they're sort of at a point where they're just not making progress with it and all that. Part of this is going to be sort of manifested in the relationship with you or in the connection with you. Overall, I think that you have good things coming. We have an interesting Four of Wands into Justice. It almost says that you have the opportunity to have a happy place and have a good results from this particular action. But the Four of Wands into Justice says there's a price to pay for it. It's like they want to just drag you through something for some reason or another. So yeah, Justice into that means they just need to drag you through. They want to move you through something in order to make that happy space. So it's not a freebie. It's like we can be happy. We can have this mutual connection. We can't have this good thing coming, but there's a price to pay basically for that. Page of Wands, it also says that again, because of the problems that they're having, it sort of manifests into that. The Three of Swords is some heartbreak. Maybe they broke up with somebody. Maybe they have an on-off relationship with you. Maybe it's sort of rocky at times. The Four of Wands right next to that is really odd. It seems to be going from bad to good, and then from good into this odd situation where you have to pay a price for the entire thing. So there you go. Four of Wands into Justice, and then the Page of Wands says that overall to be okay, they need to get through what they need to get through in order to move on to the next phase. Next phase is going to be pretty decent, but again, we have this on-off, we have a little price to pay, and you have this mixture of stuff happening with that. So kind of an odd reading, but there you go. All right, Samantha, I will never tease you, I promise. I never tease Samantha. I mean, that's guaranteed. You know what I mean? When Samantha comes in, she never gets teased. That is what happens. That is the rule of the Tarot Oracle channel, is to not tease Samantha. All right. Let's see what is happening with all of that. What is new for Courtney? What is going on? I think we could use the new $40 tarot deck, which is insane. Is a little bit too much. I'm just saying. It was $13 and now they're charging $40 for it. You know what I mean? Because it's out of stock everywhere. But I'm glad I pre-ordered it. I'm glad I ended up getting it. It's one of those, you just kind of take that risk. You're just like, I think it looks okay. I'm going to take the risk, because if I would have waited, I wouldn't have gotten it. So that is, by the way, the Tarot of the Divine, indeed. All right, let's see what is new for me. Three of Cups. It is all about friends. It is all about friends and family at this point. I think that you have some pending things happening, some details that are coming out amongst friends, family that you need to sort of either not really deal with, but you sort of find out. You're like, whoa, I didn't know that information. That's a little bit unexpected. Beauty, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. It is a little bit unexpected, right? The Three of Cups, we have the connection again, friends, family, and then you have the Ace of Wands. It's like that they need you to help with something. They have some news for you. It's a bit unexpected. You're definitely going to want to take action on that. But the thing is with the Eight of Wands right after the Ace of Wands. So let's sort of discuss this. Ace of Wands is some new adventure, some new thing that happens, some new thing that you're sort of embarking on. Eight of Wands says we want to go quickly. We want to advance very fast for that. Now, the Knight of Cups points to during that process, there is sort of this matchup that you end up doing. In other words, we go on an adventure and we end up meeting somebody that's pretty interesting from that matchup. The key here is the adrenaline level or the excitement level, because we're doing this quickly, because we're moving in this direction, is high. And this person looks a bit more elevated than they actually are. In other words, we have too high of an opinion about this particular person, and we need to just be sort of cautious about how we move forward. So if you have any fast movement cards into something like the Knight of Cups, are into the lovers or something like that. If you have an action card before that, it means that we're sort of moving in an action. We have a high adrenaline ratio going, and we're just sort of too excited about things. And then we leap into a situation where we shouldn't have been in the first place. So be careful with that when we meet somebody new. Make sure we don't, just take that for granted. Make sure you sort of relax, take your time, and figure out what the person is about and whatnot. But you are going to meet somebody new during this process. So you're about to hit a bit of an adventure there, Courtney. So there you go. There we go. That is going to be new in your life. Courtney, yeah, I think Courtney has a bit of a delay there. We have a little bit of a delay. So that's why it says Courtney. We're doing Courtney's reading. All right. KD has a couple of questions. The first one, should I trash the new writing project or not? Is that going to be a thing? Are we just going to eliminate that? So yes or no. Let's see. We'll do a throwdown. It has been a hot minute since we have had a throwdown. Let's do a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
And on the left, it says, get rid of it. We need to get rid of it. That is going to be on the left side. On the right side, says, we need to finish it up. CM, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. On the right side, or the bottom right here, we have the finishing it. What's going to be the good, bad, or indifferent about actually finishing it versus what is going to be good, bad about trashing it. Trashing it looks like, I think you already sort of have it halfway into the can at this point. I think it has actually kissed the trash can. Pretty sure that it has kissed the trash can. Are you at least thinking pretty hard about that trash can? Virtue is really interesting in here. Okay. You didn't like it in the first place. You're frustrated with it. You don't know where it's going to go. You're sort of stuck in a rut. You're just not having the creativity. It just feels like it's just not going anywhere. And it is there. It is there. It just doesn't feel right. You feel like if you got rid of it, a big weight comes off your shoulders too. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. It's this huge weight, woof, off my shoulders. I don't got to do crap with it anymore. You didn't like it to begin with. You were excited for about 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, you didn't like it to begin with. So, KD, admit it. You didn't like it in the first place. It's already kissed the trash can. I think at least one page has been crumpled at this point. You're ready to just delete it type thing. So we're really leaning towards that. What happens if we finish it? What happens if we absolutely finish it? Number one, you're not gonna. Come on, KD. Let's you and me, let's talk. You're not going to finish this. You're not. Look at you got the poison card. You're not going to finish it. You feel like you've gone too far. You feel like you need to start over. You feel like there's so many things you have to go over. It'd be faster and easier just to start over this stupid thing in the first place. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard, Katie. It's going to be hard. If you do finish it, it is going to be an emotional roller coaster as well. So this is what we're saying here. Yeah, just let it, don't delete it, but, back it up into the Google Drive and then never touch it again. Yeah, that is going to be the best thing for you, KD. Absolutely. All right. Let's see about this. How many college courses must I get to say uni next September? All right, 0 or 3. All right, let's see about that. How many college courses are we going to have to take? How many licks does it take to get to the bottom of a Tootsie Pop? Was it Tootsie Roll Pop or was it a Tootsie Pop? I'm not sure, but we need numbers. We are going to go with the Mons Tarot. See what happens with all that. M. Jackson, it has been a hot minute. How are you doing tonight? It is good to see you. By the way, in case anybody's wondering what the queue looks like, it looks like that. We are on KD number 2, and then we have all of these to go. So there we go. Jay Silk, welcome. How are you doing tonight, my friend? It is good to see you as always. Everybody's here. This is an action-packed, I'm telling you, this is action-packed Friday is what it is. Action-packed Friday. M. Jackson, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Straight in, gets in chat and donates 1 minute later. M. Jackson, I love you. I love you, M. Jackson. All right, let's see what we're doing here with the how many licks does it take to get to the I don't know. Is it the Tootsie Roll? So I've never had one of those. I'll be honest with you. I don't have the patience to sit there and suck on a Tootsie Pop or whatever for like all day. Number one, I'm a Virgo. I'm afraid I'm going to choke on the damn thing at some point. You know what I mean? I'm just going to end up choking on it. So I don't do any lollipops. Number two, like sucking on something for a long period of time. That's not me. That's not me. I'm just saying now. And number three, my teeth are bad enough. I don't need that as well. So, all right. How many college courses do we need to take to get to that? We have the 5, 6, 7, and back to the 6. I'm going to say 3. I'm going to say 3. The center of a Tootsie. Okay, is the center. Okay. I'm going to say 3. We're going for 3. You said 0 to 3. That is a 4 options. I'm going to go with 3. There you go. We're talking about the 5 of Swords. It says you're going to have to get some done. I don't think it's 0. 6 of Cups, you can get it done. It is entirely possible. It's going to start dragging pretty quick. 6 of Swords says you do get through it, though. You do get that boat action going, and I think you're looking at 3. So there we go. It's the center of a Tootsie. I just can't suck on something for like 5 hours. I mean, there's no way. And I swear to God, I would choke on it too. I'm going to die. If I'm going to die, okay. If I'm going to die, it's not going to be from sucking on a lollipop. I'm telling you now. I'm a Virgo. You should expect these things from a Virgo, okay? A Virgo, you should expect all these weird, paranoid things. Okay. Let's see about that. Inner expansions. Worry about at my son's new daycare. Anything about the son's new daycare to worry about? It takes 600 licks. I think that different people have different licks. I think the licks really is subjective at this point. What do you consider a lick? I mean, you know what I mean? You can't have like a really shy lick, you know what I mean? Where you're like that. And you can't have like one of those long licks that you see on like the really dirty commercials. You could have one of those. You don't know. It would be sucking on a salad. Indeed. Well, sucking on a salad, that sounds really bad. But yeah, I mean, okay. Well, yeah, let's go with let's get off the Tootsie Pop thing. I think I've drained the Tootsie Pop thing enough tonight. We've gone where no man should have ever gone before. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything to worry about at the daycare? Anything specifically to worry about with that? Okay. I think you're going to actually be moving daycares eventually. There's a reason that you're asking about this. I think you're going to be moving to a new daycare eventually. There's some kind of conflict. I think that this is the Lord of Defeat. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with the daycare. I'm just predicting what could happen in the future. Well, it could possibly happen in the future. Now, this is not advice. This is an entertainment reading. Never take advice for some fat man talking about licking a Tootsie Pop on YouTube, okay? Now that we've got that past us, the 5 says that you end up finding something that you don't like. I'm not saying there's anything bad there. I'm saying that you end up just not liking it. You just don't like the daycare eventually, and you end up going to a different one. I think either somebody has a recommendation that about another daycare, you're like, oh, what? You know what I mean? It's like you're eating in a restaurant, you love this restaurant, but somebody recommends another restaurant you never even heard of before. And you try the new one out and you're like, oh, this is much better. I think you're in one of those situations. There's nothing really wrong with the old restaurant, but the new one that somebody recommended to you, that's really the key. I think somebody just recommends that and you sort of go through with that. Again, Lord of Defeat, I think you are eventually moving daycares. Why do I think that? Because we have 2 aces in a row. in a well shuffled deck as well. We just have two aces. We have this feel of, again, a superior situation. Somebody says something, you're like, what? You look around, all of a sudden you find this place, you find this particular person, and this magic unfolds for you. It really sort of gets it done. The Ace of Pentacles points to spending money elsewhere, a new adventure, spending money someplace new that you are going to there. And we have this emotional satisfaction. Again, you find it, you like it, you feel like it's superior, you feel like it's something that you're really sort of looking forward to, and you really sort of have a lot of peace of mind in this particular situation. And I think it costs a little bit more, though. I think it costs a little bit more. So there you go. And is where it's at. What is this Viking deck? It is the Heaven and Earth Tarot. Is what it is, the Heaven and Earth Tarot. Anyway, inner expansions, good luck with the even newer daycare that you may end up with indeed. It sounds like a lot of fun there. All right. Man, daycares are, there's a ton of daycares. Like you can throw a rock and hit 3 daycares. All right, why? Okay, we have the cap silence. Ms. M with the cap silence. Why are you talking about sucking on a Tootsie Pop Tarot Oracle? I don't know. Somebody said, well, they said, how many classes does it take to get to the something? And I thought the Tootsie Pop commercial, you know what I mean? All right, cap been silent. Why? Why has the cap been silent? Tina sent a donation. I'm looking. Tina, I don't see Tina in the donation. I don't see it. Tina, let me know what your question is. Tina, let me know what your question is. All right. Okay. Kept been so silent. What is going to be going on with that? I think we'll use, since I lowered the light in here, it's really hard to see that particular deck. That is, it's because he's a dick. All right. I guess he doesn't want to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop either. May not want to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop either. You know? I'm telling you, I just can't suck on something for like 8 hours. 600 licks. That is, my teeth would just rot after 600 licks. I mean, how do you, I'd brush my teeth like 3 times during the process. I can't handle lollipops. There's no way. There's literally no way I'm going to handle a lollipop. By the way, I hope everyone is happy now. I hope everyone is happy because the Ace of Wands in my new food deck, the Ace of Wands is a lady holding a sausage. That is going to be the Ace of Wands. I hope you're all happy now. That just came to me, no pun intended, when I was jogging this morning. So the Ace of Wands is a woman's hand holding a sausage. And I don't know what the background should be, but I mean, we already know sort of, you know. By the way, this is the food tarot. It's the food tarot. I needed to put sausage in there. I didn't know a funny way to do it. I thought that was going to be it. Okay, the cap has been silent. You know, they've been busy. They have been busy a little bit. So yeah, we have been busy with that. The 10 of Wands says, we got a little encumbrance. We're a little bit busy with that. Now, they are making a success. They are pouring through the success. They're making the money. They're making the success. They're making the contacts. And they indeed have a lot of success going on with that. A little bit silent, not so much. A little bit busy, yeah, sort of that. Christina, what is going on here? This is tarot readings. Christina, welcome, by the way. Hey, Christina, have you seen the money trick? I'm just saying. The 6 of Wands says they have been busy, but they're making ground. They're making headway with that. No pun intended. They are getting it going on. Now, the Hierophant says, I think they have a big deal. I think they have a big deal coming. I think they have a big opportunity coming. They've been sort of navigating this territory for a little bit. They didn't really think it was going to hit. They didn't really think it was going to manifest. I think that actually a big deal is coming. The Hierophant, that is the big deal. That is sort of the big institution or things like that. Now, the 3 of Pentacles says they'll come back to you. They're working on it. And they'll get back to you. They'll get back to you. Put in the extra hours. They have to. They have to. I think they got some nice plans. They got some nice plans, and they are getting it done. Getting it done is what you need to do. All right. Beauty. Oh, all right. So Tina had a question. Or no, who was it that had a question? Boo Boo. Who was it that had a question? How do you suck on a salad? I have no idea how you would suck on a salad. I don't know. I don't lick anything. I really don't lick anything. I'm just saying. Tina, what was Tina's question? Let me know. Sunflower, do you have any idea what Tina's question is? Or Tina, if you're still in chat, what is your question? By the way, if you're in the queue, if you are in a queue, this is what it looks like. It looks like that. We are on Sunflower, and we're going down the list here. KD, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Let's see about this. Does my Capricorn miss me and want to fix it? Beauty wants to know. Beauty wants to know. Gonna move my house here in Italy, so better move in with the parents. All right, Tina, we got you covered, Tina. Tina, we got you covered. All right, let's wipe out the old... What the world's happening? All right. No, that was the college course. What? This program is just literally freaking out on me. This program is freaking out on me. Star Bright, Starlight, who will be my star tonight? Thank you for your donation as well. Does the Cap miss me? And there's a lot of Caps. If you're a Capricorn, you're getting some action. I'm just saying now. Beauty. Cap, does the Cap miss me? I'm just saying, if you're a Capricorn, you're getting action. We got a lot of action going on with these Capricorns. All right, let's go back to one of my faves of the year, but I have been neglecting it, the Wizard's Tarot. I think the problem with the Wizard's Tarot, is that it's under a lot of other competition. There's so many freaking Wizard's Tarot. There's at least 100 Wizard Tarot decks. With the word wizard in it, do you realize how many tarot decks have the word wizard in it? A lot. A lot. Ms. M, something about Mercury is finally getting together. Could be. Do they miss you? Do they want to get back together? Well, now, the Knight of Cups, not so much. The Queen of Swords, not so much. The Eight of Swords and the Three of Swords. This doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for a, do they miss me? Do they want to get back together? You're looking for something like, if you watch my last video, you're looking for something like the Seven of Swords returning to you. Any sort of movement card. Speaking of Cap, Cappy Ram, thank you so much for your donation. You're looking at movement cards, you're looking at love cards, Two of Cups, anything where you're reuniting. What you don't want to see is the Three of Swords. It's almost like that doesn't have much of a chance. It is a bit of a challenge. The Three of Swords says we are in a state where it is going to be sort of challenging to get that up and running. Eight of Swords tells us why. It describes why. It says that there's restrictions. That could be they're in another relationship. That could be that they still have a sour taste in their mouth. That could be that they're just remembering the bad times and they have a selective memory. Mina, thank you for your donation. And but overall, it just looks very challenged. Again, we have an issue. We have an issue with restrictions. Something stopping them from getting back. Something stopping them from coming back in. Right now, it's almost like the restrictions is from another person. So again, it could be a relationship. We have restrictions coming in from another person. The Knight of Cups as well, they're really sort of dissuaded right now from doing anything as far as that's concerned. The Knight of Cups is Mr. Romance reversed. It means we're having challenges with it. We're sort of dragging through it, and we are having some challenges getting into that. Well, there you go. All right. Sorry about that. Doesn't look too good. The prognosis is negative. Prognosis negative. It's lit tonight. It is. We are on a fire tonight. We're literally on fire tonight. I mean, this is the night that we're just rocking it. All right. What will the new job be like? M. Jackson, did you want a reading? Thank you for your $5. I appreciate you. Let me scroll around, see if M. Jackson wanted a reading. All right, we got M. Jackson's donation there with a smiley happy face there, all dancing around. I do not see any questions. All right, let's move on. Let's see about that. New job for CM. CM. Hope you get a new job. What will it be like? What is going to be happening with all of that? Hopefully there's a Capricorn there. CM. Hopefully CM, there is a Capricorn there because the Capricorns are lit tonight. If you are a Capricorn, you're getting more action than a rock star at this point. I'm just saying. Cheated on keto. Keto sucks. Keto sucks. All right. I mean, I was on keto for probably 11 years. And that was a miserable experience. Okay. Let's see about this. New job, what's it going to be like? They do want you in right away. This is something where they need you there. They need you. They need you there. They need you there. Right now. Right now. It's like, can you start today kind of feel, right? Ace of Wands. It's a new adventure. It's a new action. You need to get running. You need to get going on full speed because it is lit. That place is on fire. See, they need you immediately. Very, very sort of demanding with that. Seven of Cups. You're sort of niche job to where you need to do a specific thing. Seven of Cups. Look at that. Lords of illusionary success. You have all of these cups there, all of these choices. Seems like you just don't have it. You just don't have it. M. Jackson, you did. All right. Let me scroll around. I guess chat ate it. I'm looking around M. Jackson. I just don't see it. I've scrolled through the entire chat since the beginning of this. M. Jackson, let me know what your question was. All right. I think chat ate it. It is not there. I'm scrolling up through the entire chat stream. Anyway, all right. So yeah, they want you right away and is a very niche job. They need a specific thing for you to do and all of that. So there you go. They need something specific. It's not, I'm not going to say it is a factory worker, but it almost feels like that. It feels like you have a very specific thing you do. That is what you do. There's not a lot of navigation, not a lot of wiggle room in that. The 10 of Cups says it does get kind of repetitive, but it is a pretty good paycheck. So you're going to get a decent paycheck. It's repetitive because of the niche faculty of it. You have to do the certain thing that they want you to do. Four of Swords, overall, you don't get a lot of days off, which is good, more hours. But, there you go. Amy A., are you supposed to color these tarot cards? I hope not. No. All right. Which is funny because this organization is all about color. It's like half the time they talk about anything. The Golden Dawn loves color. They adore color. And this particular deck, which is based on the system, has no color. That doesn't make any sense at all. KD has a question below. All right. Thank you, M. Jackson, for repeating that. I did scroll through the entire chat to find it, and it was not there. I got it now, though. I got it now. You're good. DYB, thank you for your donation as well. Ms. M, thank you for your other donation. All right. KD had a question below. KD says, does the shitty old boss manage to find a stable employment? Okay. We'll see about that. Hopefully they're not that crappy. Did the bad boss find someplace else for employment? Are they happy? KD just wants you to be happy. At the end of the day, if you're happy, KD's happy. You know what I mean? If you are happy, even if you're a crappy boss, KD wants you to be happy. That's what kind of person KD is. Just full of love. I'm just saying. All right. Let's see about that. I hate those. Old bosses that are just crappy. I had one boss that made me log out to go to the bathroom. And okay, true story. I had to log an entry in a book when we went to the bathroom so he knew where we were. He was that overbearing and controlling. His last name was Borland. I remember that. All right. Yeah, he made us log the bathroom breaks because he got upset if he couldn't find you. He wanted to be controlling all that. But anyway, so we started logging a number 1 or a number 2 because we thought it would be valuable if he knew what kind of bathroom break it was, because a number 2 is going to take a little longer than a number 1. Let's face it. Let's face it. So we started logging that. And the funny part is he didn't understand what those were. He was like, why is there a number 1 here? And we had to explain it to him. All right. All right. Did they find it? The Ten of Swords. They actually found something, but they ended up getting canned from it. They end up getting canned from it. The Ten of Swords have this termination feel. It's like they got something to offer. They got something. They went there. And at the end of the day, they just had an issue with somebody. They almost had a fight with somebody, it seems like. And yeah, so their bad attitude translated to a termination off another job. Hanged Man, they ended up getting into a new career. They ended up getting into something new. The Hanged Man reversed and the Emperor reversed as well. They're not too happy with it. Three of Pentacles, they are still working there. So the first job didn't work out so well, but the next job is pretty good. It is pretty good overall. So yeah, there you go. They ended up finding something, but getting canned. You know, they're bad. If you have a bad attitude, people don't like that. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Just Cower, thank you for your compliments. I appreciate you. Hopefully you enjoy the content. We do have 1,300 videos to choose from. By the way, if you haven't hit like and subscribe, we do have 1,300 videos to choose from. That's a lot of content. Come on. That is a lot. You could spend the entire weekend and not even break the sound barrier on the channel. All right. Star Bright, will A and I reconnect? Let's see what is going on with that. Question below. You said question, did they find a new employee? Did they find a new employee? Yeah, they did find a new employee. Yeah, they did. They did indeed find a new employee. All right. So, Star Bright, will A and I reconnect? Let's see about that. Let's see what is going on with all of that. Chat is indeed colorful. Chat is indeed colorful. If you just arrived, you missed the lollipop discussion. You know, I'm just saying. The lollipop discussion was there. It was there. And you missed the number 1, the number 2 discussion too. All right. Will A and I reconnect? Is that going to be a thing? Will we get that love making back there? Will we be able to renew all of the hearts? All of the hearts. Let's see about that and see how that is going to go. All right. 10 of Cups and the 4 of Coins. Queen of Wands, 7 of Coins. I think you have an opportunity. This is one of those where it's not an easy read. You do have an opportunity for that. The 10 of Cups points to, yes, we do have an opportunity. There is a chance. There is something coming where we do get sort of a break in the clouds to where we can sort of see an opportunity for that. Unfortunately, the 4 of Coins says one of you just doesn't want to. Even though you could connect, even though you could have some action, even though you could do some good stuff there, the 4 of Coins says one of you don't want to. We have the Greed card, hanging on to everything, holding on too tight. That's a situation. We're holding on too tight to our current environment. We don't want to go backwards in time. Is that good? Is that good? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not really sure, but it depends on the person, right? Queen of Wands, it's just not in the cards, literally. It's just not something we can multitask. It's just not something that we can do. Again, there's the opportunity, but it takes 2 to tango. So in order to get that done, you're both going to have to be there. And I don't think that you're both going to be on the same page with that. Again, maybe an inopportune time as it comes across. The 7 of Coins as well says it's not a good overall investment. The 7 of Coins is making an investment towards the future, doing something and getting rewarded later. This being reversed says it's a waste of your time. It's not a good investment. It's not something good that you should sort of go with and go through there. But yeah, will you reconnect? I think the opportunity is there. Overall, I don't think it works out in the long run. Mina, is professional path what I meant for? All right, Mina, we're looking for the star on this one. Did we get the star? Did we get the star? Mina, your path. The star would be a great one for that. Let's not use that. Let's use this one. This is going to be a good one. This is the True Heart Intuitive Tarot, by the way, in case you're wondering. Let's see. See what is going to happen with the True Heart. What is going to happen with the True Heart? Large PC or LGPC, welcome, a new person on the channel. So good to have you here. I appreciate you. By the way, we have so many donations. We're getting through those, and then we're going to end the stream. So we are getting through those, and we're going to end the stream. We still have Tina in the queue there, DYB, Ms. Jackson, and all of that good stuff. All right. Let's see what we're doing here. Did we get the star? Is the path that we're on, the current professional path, something that we're made for? The Hermit, the 8 of Wands, the Hangman, the 3 of Wands. I think you're tempted to look elsewhere. I think ultimately you're tempted to look elsewhere. And this is because that you find an expansion period next year to where you can expand and get into something else, get into something different, get into something that's going to be a bit more unique than what you're doing now. In other words, is it good long-term? Yes. Do you have better opportunities? I think so, yes. I think next year you're going to have a little bit of a better opportunity. We see that with the Hanged Man. We like what we have. We think we're on the right path. We think we're going pretty good. There's no star, by the way. 3 of Wands says we look elsewhere, though. We look elsewhere because of the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man forces us to look elsewhere. We have a causal relationship here. Into the Hermit as well. Now, the Hermit says that you feel that the path could be expanded. Can you stay on it? Absolutely. But you feel like the path can be expanded. 8 of Wands says you take another opportunity. So is the professional path what you're meant for? I think that it's okay. If you're just handed an opportunity that's better, I think that you'll take it. And I think that opportunity is coming next year. All right. Now we have a ton of donations, by the way. If you're new to the channel, this is the rules. We have no list. Donations take priority, and then we read at random from questions in the chat, but donations are coming out the wazoo today. All right. Am I going to move to the new house? Tina. Is Tina going to move or not? Is it better to move to Greece and my parents? All right, it's basically going to move into my house here in Italy, or is it better to move to Greece with my parents? Okay, we'll do a throwdown for this one. I think this one deserves a throwdown. We have the tarot throwdown time.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
Buttered muffins. Buttered muffins sold out. I went to my store and the buttered muffins were sold out, and I screamed in the middle of the store. I said, "Sunflower, what have you done? The buttered muffins are sold out. There's none. There's none. There's no more muffins at my store." They said that they were going to get some Monday. So I got to wait. And I blame Sunflower for the buttered muffin shortage at this point. I mean, we got to admit now. Okay, let's see about that. Yeah, the buttered muffins crisis. It literally is a crisis at this point because that's my only cheat that I eat. Okay. Staying with the parents. Staying with the parents is a horrible idea. Bottom line, you may have to. I don't think there's an easy solution out of it. There is no easy solution out of it. The problem is, as far as moving out is concerned, is money. Bottom line, if you were rich and you had millions of dollars, could you move out? Absolutely. But there seems to be a money issue here, and you're not getting a lot of support with it either. We need more cash. We need more money. We need to do just like the money trick says. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to get something and all you have is $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 to your name. You need more money in order to get something else. All you do is snap though. And when you snap, it becomes a little bit more money. That's what you need. You need one of these in real life in order to sort of move out at this point. We're just sort of looking at that. you're not supported very well either. I think they like you being at the house. They like you being at the house. It seems like, but there is some conflict. There is a bit of controlling feel to it and all of this other stuff as well. But moving to a house is challenged at this point. Basically, bottom line, moving to a house is challenged. It is challenged. Would you just stay at the parents forever? It just doesn't look like, just doesn't look like that could be a thing, but there you go. All right. DYB wants to know, will the grant foundation companies call or email me to inform me the grant checks? Okay. DYB, let's see about that. Are we going to call or email? Call or email. We could do a throwdown, but we just did one. Let's see, call or email. That's an interesting tarot reading right there. Interesting tarot reading right there, because what cards represent call versus email? You know what I mean? The Manga Tarot will help us out with this. We're not using the Stinky Tarot. I'm just telling you now. I'm almost ready to write off the Stinky Tarot forever. I hate to do it, but I'm almost ready to write off the Stinky Tarot forever. All right. Let's see what we're doing. Call or email. The Queen of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Cups. That is a lot of cups. There's a lot of cups for this particular reading. I think they're going to call. I think we have a phone call in store. Yeah, well, Tina basically said moving in with the parents had a lot of conflict. We got the Tower. We got a lot of conflict with that. That doesn't look like a good solution. That's basically the end of it. All right. So let's see about the Four of Cups and Five of Swords. I think we're looking at a phone call. We don't have anything that would indicate an email here. There are a lot of great cards for emails, a lot of great cards for communication. The only thing we have for communication is the Five of Swords. It's like that the email just wouldn't be a good option. It seems like a call is going to be a little better. So a call looks like that is where it is at. That is where that it is at. All right. See what we got next. Let's see. DYB, we got DYB, we got Tina. Now we need M. Jackson. Waiting. I'm still waiting to hear from the ex. Maybe get an apology, but wonder if there's a relationship, a good time to start a business. All right. Is there a new relationship also? Is it a good time to start a business? All right. Let's see about the business and relationship combo with the Jackson and see what is going on with all of that. Let's see. Oh, we did Heaven and Earth. We haven't done the Golden Tarot in a hot minute. Let's do the Golden Tarot after we get a drink. After we get a drink. See what's happening with the Golden. Renee, what is going on? You're never late. You're always on time. You are always on time. Christina wants to know if my lovely voice is going to be back. Christina, good news. I'm here at 6:30 p.m. Central Time every single day. That includes holidays, weekends, every day. Every day I'm here. Every day I am present and accounted for, unless YouTube broke, which it did the other day. Other than that, I'm here. All right, let's see about this. How are we going to go? So, new relationship, also a good time to start a business. Hanged Man, Four of Wands, Magician, and the Ten of Cups. I don't think you have a new relationship. I think that a new relationship is most likely here. As far as a business, I think that you end up trying to start something, but it just doesn't work out quite well. A good time to start a business is definitely not. The problem is the Hanged Man with the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is all about feeling at home, having a good opportunity, having a good sort of comfort and feel as you sort of go in there. For Wands being reversed, as we have some problems with that. The business seems to not get started. Even if we do start, we get frustrated with it. It seems to be really slow going, and there seems to be a lot of things that are interfering with it. The Hanged Man reversed. This is sort of interesting. I think you end up just finding an air sign, and the air sign is interesting. I think that they have a lot of new things about them. I think they are a bit too imaginative. In other words, they have hopes and dreams that are way, way unrealistic, where you're just thinking, all right, there's no way this person is ever going to do any of this. I think they're making half this stuff up. But yeah, it is sort of one of those things. I didn't change the title. Is there a relationship? Yeah, I did. Okay. But yeah, new relationship, air sign, very unrealistic, very dreamy. And for that reason, they are a bit of a job hopper. They do have sort of different jobs, sort of going back and forth. They don't have anything like super steady as far as that goes. Four of Wands, again, not a good time to start a business. If you want to really start a business, I think you need to wait for a really obvious sign. You do have a super, super obvious sign of start a business that is coming probably June, July of next year. When you see that, that is a good time to start a business. Again, there's no question about it. It's going to be obvious, slap you in the face, obvious to start a business next year. Again, June, July, and all that stuff. Everybody wants to know about their question. We got Ms. M, you're still in the queue. And Cappy, you are still in the queue. We got you covered. Got you covered. All right. But yeah, June, July to start a business. Again, it'll slap you in the face, be super obvious. You have an air sign coming, unrealistic, a job hopper, but overall, they're pretty good. They're pretty fun to be around, and I think that you enjoy their company. All right. Cappy. We got Cappy and Ms. M, and then we're wrapping it up tonight. All right. Is there something going to happen with the Aquarius? We have a question that's not about a Capricorn. What is going on with that? Aquarius happening? The Aquarius. See, if you would have chose a Capricorn, because this is Capricorn Day right now. Today is officially a Capricorn day. If you're a Capricorn, you're getting all sorts of some. You know what I mean? That is the where it's happened. Will I hear from the X? I didn't see anything about an X in there. Ms. Jackson, M. Jackson, I did not see anything about an X. I saw something about something new coming. We have a new opportunity. All right. Let's see about this. What is going to go on? What is going to go on with the Aquarius? Chariot, and we got that. We got the Ten of Cups. The Hanged Man seems to be just annoying tonight. The Hanged Man wants to be here. It wants to be here. It doesn't want to be ignored. It does not want to be ignored. The Hanged Man reversed into the Ten of Cups. Is something happened with the Aquarius? You could, but you have to put the work in it. It's almost like that. If you want something to happen with the Aquarius, you have to be the one that does it. You have to be the one that takes the initiative. You have to be the one that sort of moves forward that. The Tower is upside down. This person is not just going to spontaneously make something happen. There doesn't seem to be that person. You have the Tower reversed and the Chariot reversed. Chariot reversed talks about a stalled movement or just not happening, not something they want to do, not something they want to engage in. The Tower, why do they not want to engage in this? Because they think it'll fail. Bottom line, they think it'll fail. Now, if you come across as being the one that takes the initiative, if you come across as being the one that sort of approaches that subject in the meantime, I think now they're like, okay, the failure is not really going to happen. It is looking pretty good. The Chariot means I'm more inclined to move on it. So again, you have to drop the hints. Ten of Cups says it is possible. It is entirely possible. It is entirely possible for this to work out. But you got to put in a little bit of that effort. You got to put that in. That's just going to be one of those things. The Hanged Man may not be easy, but I think overall it is going to be definitely worthwhile. Cappy, you got to invest it. You got to invest it. Got to invest in it, and then you are. Last reading of tonight, Ms. M. Speaking of Cap, not Cappy, but speaking of Cap, does the Cap miss me? Let's see about that. Ms. M, I'm never sick of you, Miss M. I'm in love with you as well. I'm never sick of you. I'm never sick of you. Does my Cap miss me? Do they miss you right now? Do they miss you right now? Odessa, welcome. How are you doing tonight? It is good to see you. Appreciate that. Let's see about that. Let's see. Another moderator just handled this. I need to concentrate on the readings and quit clicking stuff in chat. All right. This might hurt tarot indeed. I'm telling you now. By the way, would anybody be interested in lessons on making a tarot deck? Would anybody be interested in that? I'm talking about making a tarot deck in this style type thing, where you're in Illustrator and you're illustrating things. Anyway, there's an Illustrator alternative that I've been playing with, and it is quite fun indeed, and I love it. So, if you're interested in that, let me know. It'd be kind of fun. All right. Let's see what is going to happen if they miss me. Do they not miss me? 9 of Swords, a 4 of Swords. You know, they do miss you a little bit. The King of Pentacles, you're a mainstay in their life. You know, without you, life just wouldn't be complete. Look at that. The King of Pentacles is a retired banker. Now, we're chilling. The retired banker's chilling. You can see from the man spreading right here. This is chilling. This is literally chilling. And that's what they do. That's what they do. Now, the moon says that it is a cycles card. They see you in their life. They see you as part of their life. You sort of make them complete. You have the completion. You bring in stuff to their life that they need, that they absolutely need. So of course they miss you. The moon says you're part of your mainstay. You're part of the life. You're always going to be there. 4 of Swords, they can't, be around you all the time. They got other things to do. We have other actions to take, right? 4 of Swords, we got to take a little break here and there, but they just really like being with you. 9 of Swords says, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. They got you covered. But again, they're chilling. If you expect them to be non-chilling, it's not going to happen, because the retired banker is chilling. You see from the man spread right there. That's kind of awkward that the goat is right next to the man spread. A little bit too close to the crotch. I'm looking at this now, and that's kind of weirding me out, actually. The goat's a little too close to the crotch. Kind of awkward. Okay, but anyway. All right. And that is it. Thank you for joining me tonight. I greatly appreciate it. As always, I am here at 6:30 p.m. every night. And if you like my voice, by the way, link in the description to an audiobook where I read you my audiobook. I read you my book. It's 8 hours and it's only $5. That's a good deal. For an audiobook? Come on, that's a good deal. Anyway, check it out if you're interested in my book about how to master tarot. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.